I think that a lot of them do it more quietly. I think guys like Rudolph and Zucker do it a little more loudly than others. It might not be necessary. I don't know. It's great what they're doing, but you know what? You and I are, there's probably a good chance you might get laid off in your lifetime or lose a job, and we're not making their kind of money. I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for these guys if they get cut. Or somebody would have picked Rudolph up, all right?
Easily.
And you're right. They draft a guy in the second round, right? Was our tight end guy?
Irv Smith, yep, from Alabama.
And it's like we could have used another offensive lineman in the second round, and I'm sure there was somebody there that was decent enough to take. And right away, I'm sure you were thinking the same thing I was. Well, okay, Rudolph's gone. They just spent a second-round pick on a tight end.
100%.
They must really like the guy because our offensive line stinks, right?
100%. As soon as they did that, I thought he was gone.
Yeah. I know they upped him for money that we could have used for an offensive lineman in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
Is Rudolph a good blocker? I mean...
David Morgan is. That was the rumor last year.
Well, we still have him, too. I mean, has he got a haircut yet? I don't know what. Are they going to block with 5 tight ends this year and have, 7 guys on the line? I don't even know if you can do that. But.
As long as Kirk can do his play action that works so well for him in Washington that I read every single day, then I think we'll be okay, Dave. As long as he's able to do that.
They all worked up again on a Saturday. I was trying to relax.
Fair enough.
The Rudolph thing really does bother me.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
All right, let's switch it up then. Last thing. You watching any of the Open or no? Are you a golf guy or not really?
Very mediocre.
All right.
I'm just glad this whole Tiger thing, I knew he wasn't going to do anything. Barely makes the cut.
Yeah.
The Fowler guy's a total joke.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone that's a bigger, this guy's a hanger. He's a hanger. He just doesn't get it done.
Fowler?
No, it's all right. Is Buck doing it on Fox this year?
Yes. Yep, Buck's doing it.
What time does he come on? Late in the day?
Yeah, the main guys, I'm pretty sure Dustin Johnson tees up at 3:30, and then Tiger's at 5, Koepka's at 5. Like, those guys go later, so.
Joe, and he gets to sleep. Oh, God. I can't do golf with Joe Buck. I'm sorry.
All right. That's fair. You know what I'm excited for? Last thing I'll say?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Do you know what I'm excited for, Dave, coming up?
What's that?
For us to row the boat, and for PJ Fleck to put... All right, Dave.
Predicted a big year?
I am. I'm very excited for Gopher football. I'm rowing the boat. I'm feeling elite. I am ski-you in mine. And I think that the Gophers are going to surprise some people, especially in that tough Big Ten West that they play in.
All right, sir. I got to shave a number 7 into my back hair here.
Same. You enjoy the game tonight, Dave. You enjoy the game, all right? You have a great weekend.
Thank you, sir.
All right, now to some, this may be the best segment of the show. I've heard from the rumors after the debut of Love It or Leave It with Mr. Matt Augusta, the video editor. First of all, Matt, how's everything, buddy? What do you got for me today?
Everything's great. It's great to be back on.
Yes, sir.
First topic of the day is Drake releasing 2 new songs in honor of the Raptors NBA Finals win.
Very interesting. And do we know when is it going to come out?
He posted something on his Instagram last night, so Thursday night when the Raptors won, saying releasing Friday, so
wow.
The day of this recording.
Okay, so today it's dropping. Look, big Drake guy, first of all, I thought it was so funny that like he's acting like a player in a lot of these. Like he's going in did you see last night on, I think it was on House of Highlights, where he's driving in the city of Toronto like it's the parade. I think Drake's hilarious. I'm actually kind of happy for him because he's been a pretty big curse, I think, for a lot of sports teams. But this is awesome. Big Drake fan, I think everyone here is. Does anyone know who's featured in it? Do we know that?
So there's 2 songs. It's a double single.
Okay.
One of the songs is just him. The other song is featuring Rick Ross. So I know you're a big Rick Ross guy also.
I am a big Rick Ross guy. One of my buddies reminds me of Rick Ross, so that's why I like him. This should be interesting. Drake's fire. It's been a while. Has it been a while? When was the last time he came out with something? I'm trying to remember. I don't really remember the last time that he's really come out with stuff in the recent months. I don't think. I mean,
he's been on features, but I don't think he's dropped something in a few months.
Very interesting. All right, yeah, I love this one. Drake coming out after the Raptors get their first title, coming out with a double single. Very excited. I love that one. Give me the next one.
Actually, one thing I wanted to say.
Yeah, add to it
with the Drake thing. What this reminded me of the minute I saw this was, remember when the Lakers won, like in 2009, and Ron Artest dropped the champion single? This is like, I hope this is a better version of that, because that was hilarious.
Yes, that was hilarious. That's a good point. I forgot that.
All right, number 2, we got Hard Knocks for this season, training camp with the Oakland Raiders.
Yes, I love this. If you had to think, if there's any team to do Hard Knocks in the NFL right now, like, who would your pick be? It would be the Oakland Raiders. I mean, you've got John Gruden, you've got Antonio Brown, you've got them going to Vegas. I mean, everything adds up to a perfect Hard Knocks. I mean, this is going to be very interesting. I thought the Browns was interesting last year. This, my friend, is gold.
All right, so you have all the right points, but I need to disagree with you on one major thing.
Tell me.
All the years that the Browns were on Hard Knocks, this is the year I actually want to see the Browns on it because of Odell, because of Baker.
Yeah.
Like, they have, like, it's interesting now. They're the favorite to win the division for the first time since, like, 1999.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing with the Raiders is that, like, I would have been cool seeing the Raiders do it next season because that's when they're moving to Vegas. So it'd be more interesting to see that as opposed to, like, their last year in Oakland.
Yeah, well, maybe you could spin it and you can say it's their last year in Oakland. You know, how are they going to do? How are they going to respond? You could look at it both ways. I like that, but man, it's Derek Carr, John Gruden. Like, this is going to be spicy. I mean, John Gruden. I don't know necessarily if this hurts teams, because that's like the first question I usually ask myself: does it help or hurt teams? Well, usually the teams doing these Hard Knocks aren't winning teams.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think anyone who's been on Hard Knocks made the playoffs that year.
When did the Jets do it? The Jets may have got to the AFC Championship. I forget when they did it. Maybe it was after their back-to-back ones. I forget.
No, it was later than that, I think.
Was it later than that? We have to look that up. But I remember the Jets vividly being on Hard Knocks with Rex Ryan. And I know they made back-to-back AFC Championships. But yes, for the most part, usually if you're on Hard Knocks, you're looking to grab attention. And when you're looking to grab attention in the NFL, you're most likely a loser and not a winning franchise.
Right. All right, last topic of the day. So the NBA ended yesterday, and we're already looking forward to 2020. Mm-hmm. So all the odds dropped for the way too early Vegas sportsbooks.
Let's hear it.
And surprisingly, the Warriors are favored at plus 280 to win the championship.
Wow.
Second is the LA Lakers at plus 500. Bucks are third, plus 600, and then the Clippers plus 600. So
and where are the Raptors in this?
They are fifth.
What?
Tied for fifth.
Well, actually, you know what? I'll take that back. First of all, instant reaction. The Warriors are not going to be the best team in the league next year. I mean, you think about Kevin Durant isn't going to play next year. You don't even know if he's going to re-sign. Klay Thompson just tore his ACL, so you don't know when he's going to be back. Not a big fan of Boogie Cousins. Can Steph Curry lead his team to a championship with just him and a bunch of role players? I don't think so. And Draymond Green, of course. To me, that is a stretch. And then also, number two, Lakers being at plus 500, that just tells me that Davis is going there. I mean, there's no way. Without Davis, they are not a plus 5. They shouldn't be the second favorite to win the NBA Finals if Davis isn't there. That's number two. Number three is that it makes sense that the Raptors are actually fifth because they're assuming Kawhi doesn't come back. And I think what tells me here is it's most likely the Clippers. At plus 600. I am surprised, though, that the Warriors are still the favorite after really a series they should have lost in 5, granted injuries, and the fact that Durant is going to be probably gone, or Klay, just doesn't add up to me. What are your thoughts on this?
You're going to hate me for saying this, but I'm not so surprised the Lakers are that high.
Even if they don't get Davis?
But this is assuming they get Davis.
No, that's assuming. I agree with it, yes.
But the thing was that you know how high I was on the Lakers when LeBron signed last year.
Mm-hmm.
And being that the Clippers are going to probably sign Kawhi, I think that the Warriors drop to like a 4 seed in the West next year. Because think about this, Denver's only going to get better, and they were the 2 seed last year.
Yes.
But the thing with the Bucks being plus 600 and third, they're the only team in the East that scares me because Philly doesn't scare me. if Kawhi leaves, the East is getting worse.
And Jimmy Butler might not stay in Philly too.
Yeah, but I think he'll stay in the East. Like he may go to like Brooklyn or something.
Okay. Man,
but
that'd be interesting.
yeah,
Jimmy and Kyrie. Let's look at the West real quick because I like what you were saying. So you got to assume that Denver's going to be better.
Yeah, and they won 54 games last year.
You got to assume that Houston's going to be back there, even with the changes that Daryl Morey is claiming.
Portland's still a playoff team, but I think they peaked.
They definitely peaked. I think you hit it on the head there. And then they're probably a 4 seed at this point, maybe a 5 seed, depending on how OKC, and the Jazz respond. I thought the Jazz had kind of a letdown year for me. I know they only, they faced the number 1 seed in the, who was the number 1 seed this year? It was Golden State. Okay, so they played.
Yeah, but they
played
the
Rockets. Yes, right. And they played the Rockets and really got ousted in 5 games. So very interesting. Good job today, Matt.
Yep. Great to be back on the show.
Yes, sir. And we're joined by Ann Liguori of WFAN. She is out in Pebble Beach, California, covering the U.S. Open. Steven Strom here of TalkNorth.com. How are you today, Ann? Thank you so much for giving me the time.
My pleasure, Steven. Everything's lovely here at Pebble Beach.
And that's great to hear. So, Gary Woodland, Justin Rose, Rory, Aaron Wise, Brooks Koepka. We've got a action-packed Saturday and Sunday ahead of us. Let's first talk about the course conditions. The field averaged 72.7 strokes on Thursday and 72.6 on Friday. How does the course look for today, Ann?
Well, the conditions, yes, have been very benign. The greens very receptive, soft. It doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of sun in the forecast this weekend. It's in the mid-50s today, and cloudy. Same thing tomorrow. So I think the course is going to be pretty much the same. I think we're going to see low scores. The only way these greens are going to get really quick is if the sun comes out and dries them up a bit, and I don't think that's going to happen. So we're seeing low scoring, a lot of guys under par, and it's difficult. I mean, it's a tough course either way, so it's not going to affect the play. We're just we're just not used to seeing so much scoring in the U.S. Open.
Yeah, I agree. It's been actually very low scores since the jump. I mean, since Thursday, they've really played the course the right way, and you are seeing low scores. Now, I think it was yesterday. Was there 5 people that were injured in a golf cart incident? Tell me about that. Did you hear about that? What happened with that?
Yeah, I heard about that, actually. Apparently, a golf cart was carrying a bunch of boxes, whatever was on the boxes. I don't know, but the boxes fell and something got pushed the pedal down, and it was, I guess, a runaway golf cart from what I understood, and it unfortunately injured some people. So, the terrain out here is pretty dramatic, a lot of elevation. So I haven't seen footage of it, but it's a crazy walk. But can you imagine with a runaway golf cart? It sounds like it's just too unbelievable.
Right.
That's what happened, and hopefully everybody will be okay.
Yeah, I was reading that this morning, and I was like, oh, my goodness, sounds like a horror movie. Oh, my God. Okay, Gary Woodland, Justin Rose. They are sitting at 1-2 here. We know Woodland is in the lead, and Justin Rose is behind him. Justin Rose is top 5 in the field in both strokes gained around the greens and strokes gained with his putter. Between these two guys here, who do you believe in more? Who do you believe that has a legitimate chance here at winning the Open?
Well, I mean, Justin Rose has the experience. He won the U.S. Open at Marion in 2013. He's just so solid. He made so many putts inside 10 feet. His short game has been so sharp. But Gary Woodland, he's really come on in the last year. He's now working with Pete Cowan, who is an English former professional golfer and coach, and he's also working with Phil Kenyon on his short game. And since working with these two coaches, you can see, I mean, he's always had the power. He's an athlete. He played college basketball at Kansas, but now I think he's just smarter, managing the course and strategy wise. And I think he's learned a lot from these two guys. His short game's a lot better. His putting is much better. And so we're seeing this combination of these two coaches, if you will. And so to kind of use the power that he naturally has with a sharper short game, I think we're going to see a lot from Gary Woodland.